Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. For, I think, 20 years at least, the Racer's Edge has been tuning skis here in Summit County. And I'm here with Chuck Ginsberg from a Racer's Edge. Has it been 20? When did a Racer's Edge first open up?
1972.
Get out of here, really?
Yep, 1972 it opened up in town. That was up on Ridge Street and then Main Street for many years and the Village for a while and then other end of town, and now we are in Lincoln.
On Lincoln Street in Breckenridge. And during that time, you've gotten all sorts of accolades from skiing magazines, various magazines, of being not only the best tune in Summit County, but actually in all of ski country. You get recognition for that. And we're talking about tunes, we're talking about aftermarket stuff as far as footbeds, inner soles, and also aftermarket thermal moldable liners, look like the Intuition. But first, let's start with this ski. This is, was this what you'd put somebody on today?
This is a great ski for a learning level skier, beginner right up through intermediate. Really a nice all mountain ski for that learning level skier. It's a little wider under the foot, gives them a little better balance platform to stand on, has some of the new rocker technology where the ski and the tip and the tail comes up off the snow a little bit, just enough to make the ski easier to steer and direct and give that customer a little bit more confidence and comfort on the snow. But as soon as you put it up onto the edge with the extended side cut, the edge engages full length, and they have good stability on edge, good edge hold, but a great learning level ski.
And a step up from this, it's more of an expert skier. What would you put them on today?
Oh my goodness, today possibly a Rossignol Experience 83, maybe an S7 if you really like to take it into the back country and side country, whatnot that way.
Well, you know, as I was looking at this ski, this is a learning level ski, maybe for a smaller guy or a gal. It's 166. It's interesting. Bodie Miller skis slalom on a 167.
That's right.
That's how small they ski these skis.
It's amazing. His ski's a little more powerful than this one is, but and so is he than most of us, but mere mortals. But this ski works really well for a lot of different people.
You know, and we talked about over the months about tuning, how important that is, and I get my skis tuned with you guys. Just do an incredible job, be it a wax or a full tune when you change it, when you put on a structure. But let's talk about aftermarket ideas and options to keep your feet comfortable. Let's begin. How about footbeds? What is a footbed or inner sole, for a lack of better phrase? But a footbed is a custom made product.
Yeah, completely custom made. We use the customer's foot when we make it. Basically, this one here is blank, just a flat piece of plastic with a nice soft padded foam on the top of it. We warm this up, and as we position the customer's foot on top of this on a special molding pillow, we'll take an impression of the foot, or brings onto the shape of their foot. From there, we shape it to fit inside the boot, add some layers of posting to the bottom so it won't roll around, and we provide what I like to call a really nice foundation for that customer's foot structure. A lot of people, when they stand on their foot, the ankles roll in or they roll out. They have some stance and bone alignment problems that actually create problems for how well they ski. So something like this can really alleviate some of your performance issues within your boot and enable you to get to the edge more easily, but also stave off a lot of fit problems, comfort problems. A lot of people have pain at the base of the little toe, at the fifth metatarsal area, or inside ankle bones, or shins, or list goes on and on and on. But a custom footbed can really stabilize the foot and stave off a lot of those problems.
Well, you know, and I'll say those problems, they also venture north from your feet as well, because if you're not right in the, if you're not centered, you're using one side of one muscle, maybe your abductor opposed to your in both sides of your leg, and you can strain one side or get one side more tired than the other, and that actually makes a ski day more fatiguing, and you can actually hurt your performance.
Oh yeah, if you get pain going on and stuff, you start to compensate. That causes problems. Safety, standing up is a bit of a control issue, and if you're not stanced properly from a comfort aspect or just an alignment aspect, you have a bigger chance of taking a crash and having an issue.
And one of the best ways to lighten the boot, to make the boot warmer, is also to help the performance, is an aftermarket inner sole. Looks like we have not inner sole, but liner, and we have a cookable one here with the Intuition. And what does this do compared to like the liner that will come with a boot?
Boy, this one here, not only is it lighter, like you said, but it's a huge amount warmer. This is the warmest product on the market these days as far as insulation goes. One, because of the insulation quality of it, but it's also warmer because it really helps alleviate circulation issues. If you're not getting the warm blood down to the toes and stuff, you're not going to stay warm. This molds not only to the inside of the shell, but also to your foot.
Right.
So you have a very, very 360-degree, super glove-like kind of fit that alleviates a lot of the pressure points and stuff from that aspect.
Yeah, and there again, every foot is different, and actually sometimes your individual feet are different. In other words, your right might be different from your left, and that's why when you have a Kookaburra liner like this, it conforms to all the subtle nuances of your feet, and that makes for a more comfortable boot. You couple that with a footbed, inner sole, a cuffs to the inner sole. It's warmth, it's comfort, it's performance.
Yeah, it's the complete package that way. Got to get the foot stance properly, got to get the foot comfortable. From there, we also look at canting, the alignment of where the knee lines up over the ski, all to give you the ultimate in control and give you a lot of what I like to call passive safety.
Yeah.
You stay in control, less chance of crashing. Bindings are the other side of safety.
Yeah.
You really need to focus on bindings. A lot of people kind of tune their skis but forget about their bindings.
Well, the manufacturer recommends the binding being checked every 20 days.
That's
Once a
right.
year. Yeah.
Once a year, every 20 days of skiing, we'd go through and make sure the binding is in good condition, make sure the boot interfaces are in good condition with it, as well as the buckles and all that.
Right.
But make sure the screws are snug in the ski, make sure the adjustments are proper between the boot and the binding. And then we'd actually take and measure the torques and forces it takes to get the boot out of the binding and make sure they conform to manufacturer's specs.
Okay, Race's Edge on Lincoln Street in Breckenridge, right next to Millennium Bank and the Salt Creek Saloon. You go down Ski Hill Road, crosses Main and turns into Lincoln Street, and that's where you'll find a Race's Edge. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back with more. Don't go away.